Recently, Denzel Washington has stepped into the fray, challenging none other than Oprah Winfrey over what he perceives as glaring double standards in Hollywood. Today, we're diving into this fascinating drama, exploring what Denzel's comments mean for the industry and how they tie into the larger conversation about race and representation in Hollywood. So grab a seat and get ready. This is a discussion you won't want to miss. The spark that ignited the conversation. The conversation really took off when Taraji P. Henson, a beloved actress known for her incredible talent, bravely opened up about the pay disparities that many black actresses face in Hollywood. During a heartfelt interview with Gayle King, Taraji laid her frustrations bare, saying, "I'm just tired of working so hard and getting paid a fraction of the cost." Her emotional words resonated deeply, shining a much-needed spotlight on the systemic issues that continue to plague black talent in the entertainment industry. Denzel Washington, along with other prominent figures like 50 Cent, quickly rallied around Taraji, amplifying her message and calling for accountability from those in positions of power, including Oprah. But why does this matter so much? It's not just about individual paychecks, it's about the larger fight for equality and respect in an industry that often overlooks the contributions of black artists. Taraji's candid remarks have sparked a vital discussion, encouraging others to share their experiences and push for change. It's a moment that highlights the importance of solidarity among artists and the need for everyone to stand up for what's right. After all, when one voice speaks out, it can inspire many more to join the chorus for justice. Oprah's complicated legacy, Oprah Winfrey, has long been celebrated as a beacon of hope and empowerment for black voices in Hollywood. Her influence is undeniable, and many look to her as a champion for equality and representation. However, as the conversation around pay disparities in the industry heats up, some are beginning to question whether her actions truly reflect her advocacy. It's a complex situation that has many people scratching their heads. Critics point out that while Oprah supports various projects, including the highly anticipated remake of The Color Purple, the financial realities for black actresses remain starkly unequal. Despite her status and influence, why are talented black actresses still fighting tooth and nail for fair pay? It's a puzzling contradiction that raises eyebrows and sparks debate. Denzel Washington's support for Taraji P. Henson serves as a powerful rallying cry, urging the industry to confront its practices and the treatment of black artists head on. When Taraji bravely shared her struggles with pay disparities, it resonated with many, highlighting the ongoing challenges that black actresses face even after achieving success. It's disheartening to see that the fight for equality is still very much alive. Many wonder if Oprah, with all her resources and influence, could do more to bridge this gap. After all, when you have the power to uplift others, shouldn't you use it to create real change? This conversation isn't just about Oprah, it's about the broader implications for the entire industry. It's about ensuring that black actresses are not only heard, but also valued and compensated fairly for their contributions. As Denzel and others continue to speak out, it's a reminder that the fight for equity is ongoing, and that everyone, especially those in power, has a role to play in making Hollywood a more inclusive place. So, as we reflect on Oprah's complicated legacy, we must ask ourselves, how can we ensure that the voices of black artists are not just amplified, but also rewarded? It's a question that deserves our attention and action as we move forward together. The fear of speaking out in Hollywood, speaking out can feel like walking a tightrope, and the risks are significant. Taraji P. Henson's hesitance to directly confront Oprah highlights a pervasive fear among artists. What happens if you challenge the status quo? The entertainment industry has a troubling history of punishing those who dare to voice their concerns, and this reality looms large over many aspiring and established talents alike. Take Monique, for example. Her fallout with Oprah after she refused to promote Precious without compensation serves as a cautionary tale. Many believe that her career suffered because she stood up to powerful figures in the industry. This situation raises an urgent question. Are artists like Taraji and Monique being silenced to protect the interests of those at the top? It's understandable why many artists feel apprehensive. The fear of being blackballed or losing opportunities can be daunting, especially when the stakes are so high. Taraji's emotional revelations about her struggles with pay disparities resonate with many, as she openly expressed her frustration about being undervalued despite her success. The reality is that when artists like Taraji and Monique speak out, they risk not only their careers, but also their livelihoods. It's a heavy burden to bear, and it's no wonder that some choose to stay silent. However, As more voices join the conversation, the hope is that this fear will diminish, creating a safer space for artists to advocate for themselves and each other. Ultimately, the question remains, how can we encourage a culture where artists feel empowered to speak out without fear of retribution? It's a challenge that requires collective effort, but it's essential for paving the way toward a more equitable and just industry. Denzel's message. Denzel Washington's involvement in this whole situation is absolutely crucial. He's always been known as a champion for black artists, consistently using his platform to shine a light on racism and inequality in Hollywood. But this call out of Oprah isn't just about one person. It's a bold statement about the entire industry and how it often fails to recognize the incredible contributions of black talent. When Denzel passionately declared, "We need to uplift each other, not tear each other down," it was like a rallying cry that resonated with so many people. He's absolutely right. It's time for everyone to come together and address these persistent disparities head on. No more pointing fingers or making excuses. It's time for action. Denzel's words carry a lot of weight because he's walked the walk too. He's used his influence to support and empower black artists throughout his career. Now he's taking it to the next level by calling out one of the most powerful figures in Hollywood. It's a gutsy move, but it's exactly what's needed to spark real change. At the end of the day, Denzel is fighting for fairness, equality, and respect. He wants to see black artists get the recognition and compensation they deserve, and he's not going to stop until that becomes a reality. It's an inspiring message that we could all learn from, no matter what industry we're in. Moving forward, as this fascinating dialogue continues to unfold, it's clear that we're at a pivotal moment. The question on everyone's mind is, how do we ensure that black artists finally receive the recognition and compensation they deserve? It's a complex issue, but one thing is certain, the support from Denzel Washington and others is a vital step in the right direction. However, for real, lasting change to happen, it's going to take a united front from all corners of Hollywood. We need the big shots, the decision makers, the influencers, and the artists to come together and commit to creating a more equitable industry. No more excuses, no more passing the buck. It's time to roll up our sleeves and do the hard work. What does that look like in practice? Well, it starts with having honest, uncomfortable conversations. We need to acknowledge the systemic racism and bias that has plagued Hollywood for far too long. We need to listen to the stories and experiences of black artists and truly hear their pain and frustration. And then we need to translate that understanding into concrete actions and policies that level the playing field. It's not going to be easy, but it's necessary. We owe it to the incredible black talent that has shaped and defined Hollywood to do better. Denzel, Taraji, Monique, and so many others have paved the way. Now it's our turn to pick up the torch and keep the momentum going. So what can you do? Use your voice, your platform, your influence to keep this conversation alive. Support black artists, amplify their stories, and demand accountability from those in power. Together, we can create the change we want to see a Hollywood that celebrates and rewards talent, regardless of race or background. The time for action is now. Who's with us? What do you think about Denzel Washington's powerful call to action? Should Oprah be held accountable for her role in these disparities? We want to hear your thoughts. Share your opinions in the comments below, and let's keep this important conversation alive.